Hi there, good day to all of you. Welcome to another lesson in the book Essential Grammar News, 3rd edition by Raymond Murphy. I'm Teacher Angel, and this is Camglish.com. How are you doing today, students? We're now going to continue our second topic or second part in Unit 44. We're going to talk about the continuation of our topic, how to form questions with is it, have you, and do they. How to form questions with our verbs. Now, we're going to have letter B and C. Let's go form questions in past forms. Alright? We learned from our previous video that when we form a question, we have to put our verb first before our subject, right? And probably if we have the second verb. Now let's have B. Let's discuss do, does, did. When do we use these when we form sentence? Let's have present simple questions. Do, does. We call it present simple questions, okay, when we make sentences with do or does, because these verbs are in their present form. We use do when we have nouns, I, or pronouns I, we, you, they, as our subject in our sentence, while we use does when we have singular subject like he, she, it in our sentence. Other verbs are work, live, go, etc., or many others, okay? Let's make an example sentence here. Do. Do you work every day? Or do you go to work every day? Well, does he eat apple? See that? I use does with singular subject, right? Now let's move to past simple questions. Okay, oh, by the way, work, live, go, these are our second verbs, or we call it main verb in our question. Alright? Next, past simple questions. When we form a past simple question, we use did. We start our question with did. Alright? We use did with I, they, he, she, many others, whether the subject is singular or plural, whether it's he, she, it, they, it doesn't matter with the pronoun or noun or how many is the subject, as long as the action took place before it or your sentence should be in the past simple question, and we will use did. Okay? Example. Did you go to school yesterday? That is an example of past simple question. Alright? Now, let's talk about positive and negative questions here. Oh, these are past positive forms of sentences, and these are questions. They work hard. Do they work hard? Next, you watch television. How often do you watch television? Chris works hard. Does Chris work hard? So even when we have name of person, place, things, or what we call proper nouns, we will use does, right? Okay, does plus our subject and our next verb. Next, she gets up early. What time does she get up? Next, they worked hard. Did they work hard? Our question is in past simple because our positive question here is in past simple too, right? We have the verb worked, which is in the past. Next sentence. You had dinner. What did you have for dinner? She got up early. When we form a question, it will become, what time did she get up? Alright? Did you notice the difference of past simple and present simple? Good. Sometimes do is the main verb. For example, our main verb is do here. While in this part, we have the main verbs work, watch, something like that, right? But here, sometimes we use do as our main verb. Or did. Okay, wait. Do you or did? Okay, or did he do rather? Yeah, did he do? Now let's read some sentences. What do you usually do at weekends? Do, you do. That's our main verb, right? What does your brother do? He works in a bank. I broke my finger last week. How did you do that? You cannot say, how did you that? Okay? No main verb here. It's missing. Alright? Now another pointer that we shouldn't forget. Why isn't, why don't, and we will form a question. Alright? Starting with why. WH question why. Where's John? Why isn't he here? You can say why he isn't here. Alright? Why isn't he here? We have to put our subject here, not here. Alright? Why isn't he here? Next. Why can Paula come to the meeting tomorrow? We cannot say why Paula can't come to the meeting tomorrow. Okay? Next. Why didn't you phone me last night? Why didn't you phone me last night? We have to make this kind of pattern. Why first plus our first verb is or don't, and then our subject and our main verb. When we make a question starting with why. Okay? Because we're not just making a statement, we're making a question. So we have to put our first verb here before our subject. Why can Paula come to the meeting tomorrow? That's it. Okay? Okay, so that will be all for our class today, and I hope you learned something new. Again, this is Angel from Camglish.com, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.